Anyway, I've also bought a new reel, and I have bought a Kastking Spartacus. The reason I bought this was because I wanted a cheap reel to go with a travel rod that I put in my suitcase, and obviously if it goes missing I don't want the better equipment to disappear overnight with my suitcase, so I didn't want to lash out a lot of money on a reel to take travelling. Kastking got an amazing review from Jamie of PMR, which is a sea fishing YouTube site, which shows the modifications he does to beach casting reels. Very reliable character. So I thought I would buy this Kastking Spartacus. It costs around £34, I think it was. Comes in a very nice box, and unlike Abu's and things, you get quite a lot of instructions with it, how to use a baitcaster. So you can't see that. I'm having trouble focusing. I'm using a clapped out old Parashot G11. I'm not a proper YouTuber. So you get an instruction on how to use a baitcaster, and you get, can you see that? I wonder, a very comprehensive schematic drawing, and I notice it says iCast New Product Showcase Winner 2015. Sounds exciting, doesn't it? Never been to iCast. It's in America, obviously. So, first impressions, it's a good looking reel. It's a good reel. The interesting thing is it comes with this trick extra extra casting piece inside. Less, more, set to 0 at the moment. Good strong powerful magnets on there. Oh, sorry. So first impressions, good looking reel, nicely put together. 11 bearings it says, 6.3 to 1 gear ratio, takes 100 yards of 12 pound. I don't know if that's nylon or braid, because braid's obviously very slim, thinner. It comes with these cork look-alike handles, but they're not cork, I guess they're Duplon. Now it's not that different from this one, which was only about £24 from China, which is a good reel, works quite well. This hasn't got that internal drag system, not drag system, sorry, anti-backlash system, but otherwise it looks on the outside to be exactly the same, bar a few little finishing details. The real difference of these two reels is the drag. The drag on this reel is very impressive. I have to say I haven't used this in a fishing environment yet, but look, that's quite a good drag on there, and you can clinch this down. You can see how difficult that is to pull off, so you can see that it's got a very good drag, whereas this one, no matter how much that's right down hard. No matter how hard you pull on that, or sorry, no matter how hard you set it, you can see that that drag is still quite loose. Now, I'm not sure in the day-to-day freshwater fishing situation a heavy drag is that important, apart from setting the hook, because you can obviously use your thumb to control the amount of line being taken off by a fish. So there you are. Not a great deal of difference between those two cheap Chinese reels. Now let's get to the rub of it. If you buy an Abu Black Max or a Silver Max or many of the others up to about $100 and more, you're going to see they're made in China. I would say what they've done is completely ripped off Western technology, the likes of Abu and Shimano. Well, Shimano's not Western, but ripped off the technology to build these counterfeit reels. What you have to bear in mind though is that if you're paying $130, $200, $300, you're buying better internals, brass gears, etc., etc. Although this claims that it has maxi durable bearings, brass gears, carbon fibre drag. Well, we've seen how good the drag is. Forged aluminium spool. Yes, it has got a forged aluminium spool. And anti-reverse, instant anti-reverse. Just actually on that spool, if I can get this thing off, that is an aluminium spool on there, which doesn't look that dissimilar to the Abu Black Max Silver Max spool, apart from that contraption on the end. But saying that, I did once try to fit this spool from this into an Abu Black Max and it wouldn't fit. So there you go. So then, although they look alike, they aren't. But a good bit of kit. Certainly if you're paying under $100 or £100 for a bait caster, then maybe you should consider this, especially if you're not a label queen or label tart who likes to be seen fishing with the most expensive gear. Talking of gear, you do get some freebies with this. You get this strange neck thing for keeping the sun, wind and rain off you, no doubt. They obviously don't know much about the British market, because they gave me a pair of sleeves to protect your arms from the sunshine, something we're not overburdened with in the UK, and this really horrid peak type hat thing. So you get some free gifts with it. So there you are, Kastking, £34 I think I paid for it. Looks very good. I'm going to spool it up with either £10 or £15 braid and use it with my travel rod. I will try and at some point get back to you and give you a idea of how it works. I might even take it all apart and see what it's like inside. Since I am on the subject, I did a lure fishing for perch video and I described my kit as an Abu Black Max and an Abu Vendetta, but I've moved on to an Abu Revo, which I bought off eBay. This is a sort of slightly heavier outfit that I've got. Abu Revo that I bought off eBay for about 35-40 quid. Took it all apart, cleaned it because it needed it rather badly, and I lashed out a fair bit of money on this. I think they're called Exog. It's a GVR, which stands for Gipping Valley Rods, 4 to 30 gram. It's built by Keith Edmonds of Gipping Valley Rods. He's a part-time rod builder. It's a one-piece 6'6", I think. It's 6'6". It's a lovely bit of kit. I've also got a slightly lighter one that when I'm just perch fishing and only using fluorocarbon, that I use for perch, some big perch. And there you have it. So there's my quick review of the Kastking. It seems like value for money to me. 35 quid for a baitcaster. It's got all metal gearing in there. It's plastic obviously there. The line guide, but so far it looks good. You can't tell until you've used it, but so far so good. Anyway, I will go off and do some fishing with it now and see if it works, and I'll probably match it up with my 4-piece rod so that I know what I'm letting myself for on holidays. As I always say, I'm not an expert, I'm just an end user giving you my sort of opinion, and enjoy your fishing. Tight lines.